It's hate week, ladies and gentlemen. Not only do I want the Red Sox to win the wild card series, not only do I want them to move further in the playoffs, I want them to absolutely stomp the New York Yankees. I wore my 2004 champions hat today because what happened in 2004? Went back down 3-0 against the Yankees in the ALCS. If you're back in the Red Sox, and I know every single one of you are, spam those me's in the comments. The goal today, the boss has told me, 200 comments on today's video. I need everyone to spam me as many times as they possibly can if you're back in the Sox. Let's go, Red Sox Nation. Stand up and let your voice be heard. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Grab some popcorn, grab a nice ice-cold drink because we got a loaded show for you today. We've got Red Sox injury news, incredibly surprising Red Sox injury news that we're going to get into. We're going to talk about the pitching matchups, all three of the pitching matchups for the Red Sox this week, and I'm going to give my keys to victory. It is a mega American League wild card preview coming at you on the Red Sox Rundown. I'm your host, Jack Lotteray. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Let's start with some injury updates. Tim Healy had this one yesterday. Yesterday, the Red Sox had their mandatory workout at Yankee Stadium. Alex Cora spoke to the media. Garrett Crochet spoke to the media. Aaron Boone spoke to the media. A whole bunch of people spoke to the media. And this was a note that Tim Healy had that was interesting. Alex Bregman did not play in the final two games of the season, and we all assumed, it's the hungover Sox. They're resting the vets. They're giving Alex Bregman a few days off. That's actually not the case. Alex Bregman's been sick. Here's what Tim Healy had. He said Alex Bregman should be good to go for Game 1 today. Craig Breslow also spoke to the media, but has been sick and away from the Red Sox most of the past 2 days. He traveled separately from the team to New York and just came out onto the field at Yankee Stadium for the first time. Hopefully this is nothing serious to worry about. I'm not worried about it because if he's out there practicing, he must feel better, or at least he feels good enough to push through. But nonetheless, having someone that's potentially going to be incredibly vital to your team in this wild card round sick, not the best thing in the world. But the more concerning injury update came from Gabriel Starr, who does a fantastic work covering the team as well. Alex Cora dropped a bombshell in his press conference yesterday, saying that Lucas Giolito will not be on the wild card roster as he's dealing with an elbow injury. He's gone to see Dr. Dugas, who performed his elbow surgery in March of 2024. Huge blow for the Sox. Giolito was a significant part of getting them to October. We had a little more from Rob Bradford of the Baseball Isn't Boring podcast. Great podcast if you haven't listened to him. Alex Cora announces Lucas Giolito won't be on the wildcard roster after experiencing elbow discomfort. He had to cut his most recent bullpen short. Not great, to say the least. Giolito, while has been struggling as of late, and I think we can attribute some of that to this elbow discomfort. His velo has been down a few ticks over his last few starts. He still was a vital part in helping you get to the postseason, and he was going to potentially be a vital part of this wild card series. Now, my take from the beginning, since this series was announced, was you already have to win the first two. I think a Game 3 is bad news if you're a Red Sox fan. If you're going to win this series, I think it's got to be a sweep with Crochet and Bello on the mound. And now you absolutely have to win your first two because Giolito was your best option. And look, Connelly early, Kyle Harrison, they've been good this year in the limited time they've had. But Connelly early's a rookie who's had, 3-4 starts in his entire Major League career? Kyle Harrison, I think, has had one start this season for the Red Sox, and he's completely overhauled his pitching arsenal. I mean, I just in Game 3, win or go home, I don't know, man. And, Giolito at least has, some veteran experience in the majors, but it looks like it's going to come down to Connelly early and Kyle Harrison, and they've both impressed. The stats on paper don't look bad. If I had to be Cora, I'd say give the kid a shot. I'd say you go with Connelly early. He's done more than enough in his outings to show that he's a pitcher. And I hear you saying, Jack, duh, of course he's a pitcher. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he looks like a pitcher. Peyton Tolley, while we love watching him pitch, he's a thrower of the baseball. He's not a pitcher. Connelly early is a pitcher. He knows how to execute a pitch sequence. He knows how to tunnel. He knows how to get batters out, not just by overpowering them with his fastball. He looks like a big league pitcher. So I'd give the kid a shot. We'll see what happens. But I think game 3, no matter who's on the bump, I don't feel that great if I am a Red Sox fan. It's going to have to be the first 2 games, in my opinion. But you pick one. Pick one to start in game 3 if game 3 happens. Type E if you think it's going to be Connelly early. Type H if you think it's going to be Kyle Harrison. You let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to type my E for Connelly early, but you let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about the rest of the pitching matchups that we have confirmed. I believe we have confirmed. I know that this one, Garrett Crochet and Max Fried, is definitely confirmed. The second and third one I want to absolutely confirm, but this is box office. I mean, it's the 2 aces of the teams who have both pitched really well this year. If we look at their stats, they are who we think they are. Like Garrett Crochet, I think, has a legit argument for the Cy Young. I don't think he'll win it. I think it will be Tarek Skubal again this year. And Max Fried, not too far behind. I mean, Fried's thrown 10 less innings. His ERA is up like 2.5 ticks. It's been good. This is going to be absolutely box office. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And of note, Garrett Crochet is 3-0 this season in 4 starts against the Yankees. So not only do I think game 1 is must win, I think it's your best shot to win because Max Fried has struggled at some points against the Red Sox. So if we're just talking about it from a statistical and a matchup perspective, I give the matchup advantage to Garrett Crochet. 3-0 in 4 starts. He's owned, and I mean owned with a capital O, Aaron Judge. I think it's pretty clear. At game 1, you have the clear pitching advantage. Max Fried is no slouch at all, but you got the war pig, Garrett Crochet, on the mound. Did confirm that this was the second pitching matchup, by the way. I did confirm that. Brayan Bello versus Carlos Rodon. I mean, honestly, another box office kind of performance. Maybe not to the level of Garrett Crochet and Max Fried, but kind of box office too. If I'm not gonna lie, I mean these would have been your aces last year. I mean you had the Yankees had Garrett Cole last year, so yeah, okay, that's not true. But look, I mean, Bello has struggled a little bit as of late, but for a long stretch of the year, he was just as good as Crochet. Maybe not as good as Crochet, but up there as like a really solid number 2 starting pitcher. Carlos Rodon has had an incredible year, to his standards. Like this is going to be, I think, this might actually be the more intriguing pitching matchup, if I had to say. However, although Rodon has the edge in terms of stats, which he does have 30 more innings pitched, by the way, I might add. Bello just always seems to show up when the lights are brightest, especially in Yankee Stadium against the Yankees. This year, he's 2-1 in 3 starts against the Yankees, but I'm not just talking this year. I'm talking notoriously. Brayan Bello, I mean, I know he gets the mini Pedro comps. He's not to the same standard as Pedro, but in terms of playing the Yankees, he kind of is. So I'm going to give the matchup advantage to Bello. Maybe I'm being a homer here, but the Red Sox have hit Carlos Rodon really well this year, and Bello's pitched really well against the Yankees, and he always does. He always shows up against the Yankees. So for that reason, I'm going to give the advantage to Bello. Let's talk about the next one. So this is the one that's up in the air. It should have been Lucas Giolito versus Cam Schlittler. Got it. I'm going to tread lightly. I'm going to call him Cam for the rest of the episode. I'm going to tread lightly on that one. But now it's going to be either Connelly early or Kyle Harrison. We've already talked about Early and Harrison. I would give the nod to Early. He's pitched well. He's also a rookie. It's also the playoffs in Yankee Stadium. And for our good buddy Cam, he's had a pretty good season. I mean, 2.96 ERA, 84 Ks to 31 walks, a FIP of 3.74. I mean, that FIP compared to that ERA is actually kind of jarring. But two young, I'm going to say it's early, might be Harrison. Either way, two young starting pitchers that have a lot to prove, that don't have a lot of playoff experience. My matchup advantage, I think, is too early to tell. One, we don't know who the Red Sox are throwing out. And again, this matchup is all if necessary as well. If the Red Sox or the Yankees sweep, then this matchup doesn't even matter. But I think right now, if we're talking matchup advantage, I think it's too early to tell. Because one, you don't know who the Red Sox are throwing. And two, you don't know what the situation is going to be. So my matchup advantage is too early to tell. We'll see what happens. Who you got? Just who you got. Just let me know who you're rocking with. Type R if you're rocking with the Red Sox. Type Y if you're rocking with the Yankees. You guys let me know down below in the comments. If you're a Red Sox fan and you're typing a Y, that is the most disgusting thing you could do. That is sacrilege. Everyone type your R's. You're rocking with the Sox. Let's freaking go. And join us tonight because we are going to be live for AL Wild Card Game 1. We're going to be live at 5:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Central Time. Half an hour build up. Everything you need to know. We're going to go over the keys to victory. We're going to go over everything. Don't miss out. We had a lot of fun on Sunday for Game 162. If you were there, thank you so much. Make sure you join us later today. 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. Turn on your noties. You will get a notification as soon as we go live. Make sure you're here. Also, alert, alert. Mitchell Renz is paying his debt. He will be live with us for the entirety of Game 1 tonight. So don't miss out. Hit that sub button. It's going to be a lot of fun. Time to get into my keys to victory. A lot of these are going to look familiar because I did a preview a few weeks to a month ago before the Red Sox played the Yankees. And the keys to victory are going to be pretty much the same. Key to victory number 1, clean first innings. That was key to victory number 1 for that video as well. If you can get out of the first inning clean, you have a huge opportunity in all of these games because the Achilles heel of this rotation as a whole has been walks is 1, but 2, it's giving up all of your runs in the first inning. After any of the pitchers, Bello, Giolito, Crochet, any of them, Connelly early against the Rays, every single starting pitcher, they give up all of their runs in the first, and then they lock in and they basically throw a perfect game the rest of the game. That is their MO this year. So if you can get out of the first clean, and you have the ability to hop on the opposing pitcher, I think you got a really good shot at winning these ball games. Key to victory number 2, chase the opposing pitchers. This on the other video was get to the bullpen early. It's the same thing. This Yankees super pen that everyone was talking about at the trade deadline, not very super. Not very super. They got David Bednar, Camilo Duvall, Jake Bird, a bunch of others. And that super pen, including Devin Williams, who I was high on in the offseason, is not very super. As a matter of fact, the Yankees have the worst bullpen ERA of any of the playoff teams, AL or NL. If you can chase their starting pitchers, if you can get Fried out of there in 3 or 4, if you can get Rodon out of there in 3 or 4, and you've got 5 innings or more, 4 to 5 innings to capitalize on the worst bullpen in the entire postseason, that's a dub. Because on the flip side, the Red Sox have the best bullpen ERA in the American League. And I believe, if I remember correctly, they rank number 2 in all of baseball. You've got one of the best bullpens. The Yankees have the worst. Key to victory number 3, play small ball. One of my things that I've said all season long, and if you've watched these videos, if you are a Red Sox rundown real one, if you have watched these videos, you know I cannot stand relying on the home run. I can't stand it. Home runs are a vital part of the game. They're instant runs. They can change the momentum of the game with the snap of a finger. I want the Red Sox to hit home runs. I don't want them to rely on home runs. I want them to be able to move runners over. I want them to steal bases. I want them to, hell, put a bunt down. Sedon had a bunt this past weekend where he got to first. You've got some of the fastest players in all of baseball on your team with a Nate Eaton and a Sedon and a Durant. You've got this gritty, scrappy offense. That type of offense should not rely on the home run ball. You have to string runners together. You have to move runners over. And for the love of God, put the ball in play with runners in scoring position. You know why I say that? Because of my fourth key to victory. What a brilliant segue. My fourth key to victory is taking advantage of the mistakes. The Yankees are a mistake-prone team. They are. Anthony Volpe's horrible. Jazz Chisholm, he's still waiting on that smoke from earlier this season when he tweeted, "I want all the smoke, free smoke." And then they ended up losing. He's still waiting on that smoke. This team, the Yankees, make a lot of mistakes. One of my good friends, Nick, on Twitter, if you're watching, Nick, shout out to you. I've watched him document this team all year. And it's just as bad as the Red Sox. Errors, mental mistakes, base running errors. This Yankee team is not perfect. They will make mistakes, especially in the biggest spots. Game 5 of the World Series last year, when it mattered the most, they made mistakes. Keep the pressure on. And that goes into key to victory number 3. Play small ball, steal bases, put bunts down, put the ball in play. If you can do that, not only are you doing key to victory number 2 in chasing opposing pitchers, but you're making them make mistakes. See, these all go together. All these key to victory go together. If you stack them all on top of each other, this is how you win ball games. This is how you're going to win the series. And last but not least, play clean baseball. I can talk ad nauseum about the Yankees making mistakes, but we also have to look in the mirror as Red Sox fans and say, the Red Sox make a lot of mistakes too. And that can't happen. The Red Sox this season played a lot of dumb baseball. I showed you this graphic a few days ago. I have now updated it. 8th most strikeouts in all of baseball at 1,419. Not great. Put the ball in play. 116 errors, the most in all of baseball. Trevor Story, I believe, had 7 errors in the month of September. He's supposed to be one of your pillars of your defense. That can't happen. 5 of them were throwing errors. Get the ball to the first baseman. It can't happen. The Red Sox are not a perfect team either. I can't be on a high horse saying that the Yankees make a bunch of mistakes and not look in the mirror myself. The Red Sox need to play clean baseball. They cannot play dumb baseball. And if they do all 5 of the keys to victory that I just went over, I think they take down the Yankees in 2 games. And the Section 10 guys, I listened to their podcast this morning. Like, they said they are echoing what I'm saying. It's got to be 2. If you go to 3, I think we're in trouble. Because you don't know who you're pitching. And 2, I think the Yankees at home have the upper hand with the home field advantage. You've got the pitching advantage. Definitely in game 1. And then I think you do in game 2 as well. Sweep them. I'm not just saying that because I want to sweep the Yankees because I'm a Red Sox fan. I think your best chance at getting out of this series, which I think they can do, obviously I'm predicting them to do it, you got to win the first 2. If you follow those keys to victory, I think you do. I'm leaving it to you. Predict the Red Sox record against the Yankees. Like I said, I'm going 2-0. I think they're going to sweep. I think they have to sweep. If they go to 3, I'm going to be nervous. But you let me know. Predict the Red Sox record against the Yankees down below. And like I've already mentioned, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be live later today. 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. Don't miss out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mitchell Renz of the Raiders Report is going to be here. He's paying his debt from the Peyton Tolley debut stream. He's going to be here for the entire game. We're going to have a lot of fun, so don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. We're also going to have recap shorts. We're going to have full-length videos recapping each game afterwards as well. You're not going to want to miss it. Join the family today. Help us get to 6,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're almost there. Help us get to 6,000 subscribers. And we'll see you later tonight. And until next time, please win this freaking ball game. Go Sox.